Today we're going to see an easy way to do critical path calculation, and I have with me my friend Noroz Junaid. Noroz Junaid কিছু বল।
হ্যালো এভরিওয়ান,
আচ্ছা
শুরু করি নাকি?
হ্যাঁ, so let us begin. So first, the question will give you this part. Wait, let me select a brush and a color. Acha, this part, hey, this part will be given in the question, and we have to find this part and also draw the subsequent also draw
CPM
diagrams accordingly. So let us start. So first, what we have to look is the task which has no precedence. So here we see we have three tasks without any precedence, so A, B and C. So those three will start off from the first point. So initially it will start from 0, and I will have three paths. One is A, which has a duration of 2. One is B, which has a duration of 4, and one is C. C has a duration of 3. Now we have to look that where does each of these end. Like here, C ends at D and B ends at E. So after B we will have E, and E has a duration of 3, and after C we have D. So D has a duration of 5. Now after D, what do we have? We have F. So after D we have F. So F will start off here. F has a duration of 5. And G will start after we are finished with D and E. So G will be here. And now there's something to notice here, that as as G depends on both E and D, so we will have to give this, because G is not only dependent on D, so but D, okay, wait, let me take a catch my
দুইটা
breath.
থেকে জি বের হবে না? দুইটা থেকে আলাদা আলাদা জি বের হবে না?
No. So as you see here, G is dependent on both D and E, but D has another dependent state. So D will be more focused on that state. So there will be a dotted line to G. So that's what we'll do in this case. We'll see another case where it will be all clear. Acha. So now dot লাগবে কারণ হচ্ছে দোষ দেখ, f আছে না, f শুধু d এর উপর ডিপেন্ড করে, হ্যাঁ, বাট g তো d আর e এর উপর ডিপেন্ড করে। সো d হলো g এর কাছে আজাইরা, বুঝছস? g এর আসলে দরকার নাই d কে, আজাইরা। সো আজাইরা জিনিস আমরা ডট দিয়ে দেই, এরকম ভাবে চিন্তা কর। if g was only dependent on d, then the case would have been different. There won't be this dotted line, but as G is both dependent on E and D, so it will have a dotted line, as D is as D also, F is also dependent on D. So there will be this dotted line. You can also see from the example in the slide. Let me show you. There is this dotted line from D to G. Okay, so moving on. Now G. So G has a duration of 7. Acha. Now where does H start? H start after F. So H starts here. And H has a duration of 3. And I is dependent on both G and H. So there will be a state where both of these meet, and that will be our ith state, and that will take us to our final state. Wait, let me move this.
Zoom out করতে লাগে।
Full zoom out করো।
আচ্ছা, oh,
কন্ট্রোল মাউস স্ক্রল দিয়ে তাহলে হয়ে যাবে।
আচ্ছা দোস্ত, ওইটা that's our last state. আচ্ছা, we can write our last state elsewhere. Okay, so
সমস্যা নাই, তুই জাস্ট এটা টেনে দে তাহলে।
না দোস্ত,
এখন তো লাগতেছে না।
এটা কেটে দেই, delete mama. So we will have our last state elsewhere. Acha, so wait, brush con color eta niche. Acha, so this will be our final state, and I will take us to our final state. I has a duration of 3. Okay, so now you see that A doesn't end anywhere, so A must end at the final state. Alright, now let us do the calculations. So from A we can go to the final state. So final state will be max of whatever we get, whatever values we get. So one of the values we get is 2. Now from B, if we start from this state and we go to this state, we will have ball.
A থেকে যেটা যাবে ফাইনাল স্টেট, এটা ডটেড হবে না? সাবনেটে ডটেড দিছিল,
দোস ডটেড লাগবে না দোস, আসলে ডটেড হয় না, বাদ দে। আর দোস করতে দে, স্যার বলছে ডটেড না দিলেও হবে, প্যার নেই। আচ্ছা শোন, so if we take the path C from here, so we can go to this state with only 3. If we take this path, 4 plus 3, it will be 7. If we take this path, it will be 3 plus 5 equals 8. Now if we take this path, it will be 7 plus 7, actually ki 7 plus 7 14, but 7 plus 7 to hor kotha na. Let me check the answers. And 7 plus 7 হয় না, 15 হওয়ার কথা, 8 আসার কথা এখানে। 4 plus e কত? e3,
এটা হাইয়েস্ট নিতে হবে না?
oh
লোয়েস্ট নিতে হবে।
wait, you see that
মাল্টিপল ডিপেন্ডেন্সি,
this has 7 and this has 8. See, so I have to take the highest one, so I have to take 8 here, as there are 2 inputs here. So when there are 2 or multiple inputs, I have to take the highest value. So here 8 is the highest value, I have to take 8. Now if I add 8 with 7, I'll get 15, but there are 2 inputs here, from the other one is from here, so Let's check. If I take this path, it will equal 8 plus
13.
5, 13, and 13 plus 3, it will be 16. So out of 15 and 16, I have to take the highest value. It will be 16. And now if I add 16 with 3, I'll get 19. So I have to take the highest between 2 and 19. It will be 19 over here. Now I have to calculate backwards. So I put 19 over here as it's the final state. And if I go back with the this path is for this one. So wait, I3. So if I go back with this path, I will get 19 minus 3. This 19 minus 3, it will give us 16. If I go back 16 minus 7, it will give us 9.
9.
If I go back here, 16 minus 3, it will give us 13.
13.
If I go back here, 13 minus 5, it will give us 7.
8.
8. 8.
8.
If I go back 8 minus 5, it will give us 3. If I go back here, 9 minus 3, it will give us 6. Did I calculate each one? Acha. If I go back here, 19 minus 2 from here, so it will give us 17. When we are going backwards, we have to take the minimum from the inputs. So here I get 17. If I go back here, 6 minus 4, I'll get 2. And if I go back here, 3 minus 3, it will give us 0. So out of these 3, the minimum is 0, so I take 0. So now the graph is completely done. We have to find this the early start, early finish, late start, late finish. Now a really nice trick for doing this is first we make the table A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Now ডিউরেশন গুলো আমাকে মুখে মুখে বলতো, আমি তাতেই লিখে ফেলি। 2 4 বল। বল।
2 4 3 5 3 5 7 3 3.
Now I have to calculate the early start and early finish, late start, late finish, slack time, and oh shit,
Critical.
ঠিক আছে? So now I have to find all these, and also if this is a critical task or not. Critical task CT, critical task or not. Acha. So a really easy way of doing this is, let me see for A. I'll first find out the early start and the late finish. So the early start for A will be this value, okay, 0. And the late finish for A will be all the way here, the next state's second value, so 19. Similarly, and after I have the early start and the late finish, I can calculate the early finish. So early finish is, so let us write the formula. Early finish is early start plus duration. So this is the duration. So early finish for this one is 2. And late start equals late finish minus duration. So late finish for A would be 19 minus 2, that will be 17. Now we can do this for each of the other states. For B, it will be the early start will be this 0 and the late finish will be this 6. So 0 and 6. Now I'll calculate the early finish. So early finish will be 0 plus 4 and the late finish will be 6 minus 4, that will be 2. For C, it will be the early start will be this 0, the late finish will be this tree over here. So, and the duration is for C is 3, so 0 plus 3 it will be 3, and late finish
Oh,
minus
0.
3 equals to 0.
Yes.
You can do this really fast, and a critical one would be for E, so let us do that one. So for E, the early start is 4, so for E early start is 4, and the late finish would be 9, so late finish is 9, and the duration is 3 over the duration of E is 3 over here. So this 3 is the duration of E, so 9 minus 3 it will be 6, and the early finish would be 4 plus 3 it will be 7. Let us check if our results match. So yes, 4 7 6 9. So with this formula you can easily find the where's my mouse? Achha. You can easily find all of these values, right? Now for finding the, let me annotate it here. Achha. So for finding the slack time, what we have to do is we have to either subtract these two values. So 19 minus 2 it will be 17, or we can also subtract these two values. Either way the result will be same. 17 minus 0 it will be 17 as well. So let us check for this one. 3 minus 3 will be 0, 8 minus 8 would be 0, 9 minus 7 would be 2. So, or you can do this one, like 9 minus 1 it's 1. So which, if you have a slack time of 0, it is a critical path, and if the slack time is not 0, it's not a critical task, right? So moving on, in the next slide what we have to do is,
আচ্ছা দোস্ত তোর এর স্ল্যাক টাইম 1 কিভাবে হলো?
oh, for a slack time, how is it 1? The slack time of A is 17.
আরে ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, এটাই তো আমি তো তো 7 এর উপরে কার্সারটা রাখা ছিল।
Oh, acha. Acha. So now let's take a screenshot of this over here. Acha, I already have the screenshot. Now let us move on to the next slide. So how do we draw the Gantt chart for this? Okay, it's really easy. What we have to do is first, আচ্ছা এটা একটু বড় বানাই, একটু ছোট। আচ্ছা নাও এটা একটু ছোট বানাই। আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে। সো না ঠিক মনে নাই। আচ্ছা এটা এরকম করি। সো নাও let us draw the Gantt chart. So for the Gantt chart what we have to do is, first we have to see wait, let us go to the drawing mode. Now first we have to look at A. So for A we have to look at the early start and the late finish. So for A, early start is 0 and late finish is 19. So from 0 we'll start A, and at 19 we'll end A, and in between we have to look at the early start and the early finish. We will make this dotted, like fill this from early start to early finish. So we'll repeat this process again and again. We'll draw from early start to early finish a line, and we will fill the line from early start to early finish. So for B it would be 0 to 6. So from 0 to 6 we'll draw the line, and we'll fill the line from 0 to 4. 0 to 4 we'll fill the line. For C from 0 to 3 we'll draw the line and we'll fill the line from 0 to 3, so we'll fill it completely. For D, we'll draw the line from 3 to 8 and we'll fill the line from 3 to 8, so we'll fill it completely. So for E it would be different, so let us look what happens for E. We'll draw the line from 4 to 9, so let us draw the line for 4 to 9. Okay, and next we'll fill it from 4 to 7, so 4 to 7 will fill up the line. So this is how you mark the how you draw the Gantt chart. You have to color the different parts in different colors.
Color the portion that depends on other job completion.
Yes, and now you also have to show the dependencies. So for D, we see D is dependent on C. So what you have to do is from the from C, where there is the let me change the color. Where there is the early finish, we will draw a line from early finish of C to D. So for E, it will be the early finish from B. So from B's early finish, we'll draw a line to E. So let us look what happens in G. For G, we have to draw early finish of D and E. So early finish of D is here and early finish of E is here. So these will be the two lines that shows the dependencies, and if you complete the whole task, you will be you'll get the final Gantt chart. Now moving on to the next slide.
Staff utilization.
Oh, staff utilization. So staff utilization is really easy. Here is an example. Let me find it. Wait.
আরো পরে থাকবে।
AJ. So let us look how we can easily do the staff utilization. So if we look at the previous graph, we see that there are 3 critical tasks here. So the 3 critical tasks are wait, let me close off unnecessary things. So the 3 critical task here is here B, D and G. It D. So these are the 3 critical paths. Now these are the 3 critical tasks. Now if we want to calculate the staff utilization, what we have to do is we have to sum up the
we have to multiply each task duration with its staff needed.
Wait, ওটা পরে আগে ইয়াটা বুঝানি. So to get this 14, we have to B, D, and G. B, D and G. These are the 3 critical tasks. So we have to add the durations of the 3 critical tasks. So here we get 4 plus 7 plus 3. 4 plus 7 plus 3 equals 14. This is how we get this 14 over here. Now the next task is to add the
non-critical task
add the staff needed of the non-critical task. It will be 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2. That will result in this 6 over
6.
here. And finally what we have to do is 14 into 6, and over here we have to multiply each of these values. So 3 multiplied by 2, 4 multiplied plus 4 multiplied by 4, 4 multiplied with 4, 5 multiplied with 1, 7 multiplied with 3, and at the end 3 multiplied with 5. So this will give us the result 0.857, and finally we have to take it to the শতকরা percentage. So this
Convert
was
it into percent.
yeah. So this was the basic idea of stuff utilization and making a Gantt chart and also finding the critical path. Hope you liked it. I think I'm going to make another video on critical path.